You clicked on this video because you want $100 extra every single day after work, and you are tired of content that makes that sound like it requires special connections, years of experience, or a skill most people were never taught. I put every option I could find through one filter only. Does it actually pay a real 9 to 5 worker real money in the hours after 5 p.m.? Most failed that test. 4 made it through. No building an audience first. No startup capital. No quitting your job first. Real workers across America are running all 4 of these right now after every shift. I call it the Daily 100 Stack. By the end, you will have the exact first step for each one. And Hustle 4. Most people already tried the basic version of this, made almost nothing, and quit right before they found the one shift that changes the entire income equation. I call this the stack check. Right now, a small business owner in your city is paying every month for software his team quietly stopped using 8 months ago. A project tool they switched away from. A collaboration app only 2 people ever opened. An AI subscription someone signed up for during a free trial, and nobody ever canceled. Every single month, the charge hits the card automatically. Nobody flags it because nobody is tracking it. And it is happening inside almost every small business in America right now. The Zillow 2026 SaaS Management Index, which analyzed tens of millions of software licenses, found that between 32 and 46% of SaaS licenses at the average company go completely unused every single month. The average business is running 120 different software tools. Nearly half of those are quietly draining money while nobody logs in. That waste, invisible to the business owner, is your income. Your job is not to build software or understand code. Your job is to read the last 90 days of a business's bank statements, list every recurring software charge, check which ones nobody is actually using, and hand the owner a one-page document showing exactly what they can cut today. That document takes 1 weekend to produce and is worth $500 to $2,000 because it puts real immediate savings in their hands. Think of it like being the person who walks through a house and points out every light left on in every room. You did not install the lights. You just spotted what the owner stopped noticing. They pay you because finding it themselves takes time they do not have, and the money is already leaving their account whether they look or not. After deep research, I found this man, a 9 to 5 IT analyst from Denver, Colorado, who ran his first audit for a 30-person marketing agency using only Google Sheets in 90 days of their expense statements. He found $850 in monthly waste in 48 hours, ghost seats from departed employees, 2 overlapping project tools, and a month-to-month subscription that could have been switched to annual at half the price. The agency paid him $1,700, 30% of 1 year's recovered savings, no advanced software, 1 weekend, 1 report. Here is your exact first step. Pull your own bank statement from the last 90 days. List every recurring charge. Mark every subscription you have not actively used this month. Add up the monthly total. Screenshot it. That screenshot plus 1 paragraph explaining what you found becomes the pitch you send to small business owners on LinkedIn this week. Most channels sell the exciting version and skip the actual setup. Everything here is research-backed and broken down to the exact first move. Hit subscribe. It is free. The stack check pays you to find waste other people are sitting on. But there is one limitation. It requires finding the right client first. What if you want money running into your account tonight? That is exactly where the Dash Shift comes in. I call this the Dash Shift. Every delivery platform, DoorDash, Uber Eats, Instacart, has an internal system that determines what orders it shows you based on your acceptance patterns. Drivers who accept everything the app sends get lower value orders over time because the algorithm learns they will take anything it offers. Drivers who decline 40 to 70% of orders and accept only requests hitting $1.50 to $2 minimum per mile receive better offers consistently over time. Most drivers spend months on one app, wonder why the money never adds up, and walk away thinking the hustle does not pay. The ones pulling $22 to $28 an hour net are running DoorDash and Uber Eats simultaneously, accepting only whichever app sends the highest paying order first, applying a hard floor of $1.50 per mile, and working strictly during the 5 to 9 p.m. dinner rush where the real per hour numbers sit. Think of it like fishing. Most drivers use 1 rod in the wrong pond and blame the fish. The ones making real money use 2 rods, only bite on the right size catch, and fish during the peak feeding window. After deep research, I found this man, a warehouse supervisor from Columbus, Ohio, who started running DoorDash and Uber Eats simultaneously on Tuesday and Thursday evenings after his 9 to 5. He declined anything under $1.50 per mile and worked only the 5 to 9 p.m. dinner window. His first full week net, $331. His effective hourly rate, $26 after deducting mileage at the IRS rate. 1 app alone was making him $14 an hour. 2 apps with a threshold rule made it $26. Same streets, same hours, different rules. Here is your exact first step. Download DoorDash and Uber Eats today and complete both signups this week. Download a free mileage tracker app and look up the IRS 2026 mileage deduction rate. Then go live on both platforms simultaneously on a Friday evening during dinner rush. Accept only orders above $1.50 per mile. Decline everything else without hesitation. At the end of the shift, calculate your net hourly rate. That single shift gives you real data on what this market pays in your exact location. By the way, the free 7-day roadmap for all 4 hustles is ready right now. Exact steps, day by day, starting from zero. Completely free, link is in the description. The dash shift pays you for miles and hours. But every hour you spend driving is an hour you cannot get back. The data loop pays you for something completely different, your judgment. And in 2026, AI companies are paying real money for the one thing their models cannot produce on their own. I call this the data loop. Every AI tool that millions of people use every single day was trained on human feedback. Someone looked at 2 AI-generated responses and decided which one was more accurate. Someone rated whether a search result was genuinely relevant. Someone flagged content that crossed a line. That person was a remote contractor working from home on a laptop. In 2026, the company paying the most consistently for this work in the US market is TELUS International AI, a publicly traded multinational that pays $14 to $22 an hour for general evaluation tasks and $25 to $35 an hour for specialized work involving coding or language skills. The 2026 version rewards people who can explain their judgment clearly. Not just pick the better answer, but write one clear sentence about why it was better. That ability to articulate judgment is what separates the $14 tasks from the $35 ones. Your professional background from your 9 to 5, writing, finance, tech, healthcare, education, qualifies you for the higher paying tiers from the start. One honest note, task availability is not always consistent every week. Some periods are busy and some are quieter. The workers reporting steady monthly income treat this as one reliable stream alongside 1 or 2 others rather than a single source on its own. After deep research, I found this man, a quality assurance specialist from Phoenix, Arizona, who applied to TELUS International AI and completed onboarding within 3 weeks. He started with general search evaluation at $16 an hour, 2 hours each evening after his 9 to 5. Month 1 total, $960 working 2 hours a day. By month 3, he qualified for a coding evaluation project at $28 per hour. His evening income nearly doubled without changing the number of hours he worked. Here is your exact first step. Go directly to telusinternational.ai, not a third-party job board, the official platform only. Complete the full application tonight, including your language background and any professional experience in tech, writing, finance, or education. Those details determine which project tier you access from the very beginning. Onboarding takes 2 to 3 weeks. Start tonight so your clock begins now. The data loop pays you for evaluating other people's knowledge, but the brain cell pays you for knowledge you already built over years at your own job and never charged a single dollar for. This is the hustle where most people make the same mistake, see the same result, and quit right before the version that actually pays becomes visible. I call this the brain cell, and this is exactly what we said at the beginning of this video. Most people already tried the basic version of online tutoring. They signed up on a platform, set a low hourly rate, waited for students, and made modest income that never felt worth the effort. The shift that changes the income equation is not the platform, it is the packaging. Here is what almost nobody talks about when they recommend tutoring platforms. Preply, the most commonly recommended starting point, charges new tutors 33% commission on every lesson. But there is one detail almost every comparison article skips entirely. Preply takes 100% of your first trial lesson with every single new student. You prepare for it, you show up for it, you teach it, and Preply keeps every dollar. One tutor ran the math and found she had effectively taught 12 full unpaid lessons in her first month without realizing it until the numbers were in front of her. But here is where the brain cell separates itself from the basic version. The tutors pulling $3,000 to $6,000 a month part-time are not selling hours, they are selling outcomes. An IELTS exam prep package, a 30-day business English sprint, a 12-session Excel modeling bootcamp for analysts trying to get promoted. Instead of charging $20 for 1 hour of their time, they charge $240 for a 12-session program built around one specific result the student already wants. Same knowledge, same hours, 3 times the income per student, because the student is buying a transformation, not renting 60 minutes. Think of it like the difference between selling a solved puzzle and selling the individual pieces. Both contain the same pieces. Only one has a clear picture on the box. Students pay for the picture. After deep research, I found this man, a financial analyst from Chicago, Illinois, who started tutoring Excel and financial modeling on Preply after his 9 to 5. His first 3 months were decent, consistent students at $40 an hour but modest monthly totals. Then he rebuilt his offer entirely. He stopped selling individual sessions and built a 6-week financial modeling program for junior analysts trying to pass internal promotion reviews. He charged $350 per student for the full program. Month 4, 4 students enrolled. $1,400 from one structured offer, built around one specific career outcome. Month 6, he had a waitlist and stopped accepting hourly bookings entirely. Here is your exact first step. Write down the one subject you know better than most people in your office. A technical skill, a software your team depends on, an exam you have passed, a process only experienced people understand. Open Preply right now and search that subject. Find the top 3 earning tutors in that niche. Read the first 2 lines of their profile descriptions, not their hourly rate, but the specific outcome they promise. Build your profile around one outcome that's specific, not I teach Excel. Something like I help junior analysts pass their Excel modeling interviews in 4 weeks. That specificity is exactly what the students paying premium rates are already searching for, and almost nobody is offering it clearly. So there you have it. 4 hustles running entirely after 5 p.m. Find software waste inside small businesses and hand them a report worth hundreds in immediate savings. Run 2 delivery apps simultaneously with threshold rules that double your hourly rate. Evaluate AI responses for a publicly traded company paying up to $35 an hour from home. Package an existing skill as a specific outcome on a tutoring platform, not an hourly rate. The only question is which one you start this weekend. Get the free 7-day roadmap for all 4 in the description. Thanks for watching.